What's up, guys? TJ
And Ian.
here at the Freakopolis Geekery. We are back with the next installment of our continuing, ongoing series, Pop Culture Characters as D&D characters.
Yes, and we're pretty excited for this one. This time we're bringing a character that isn't from any universe we've done thus far.
Nope.
This time it is a character that has her own universe, being Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider. Yes, we've done a lot of Marvel, DC, Star Wars to this point, but we thought we'd mix it up a little bit. Had some cool ideas kicking around for an interesting Tomb Raider, and we're going to give this a go.
Yeah, we think we came up with an idea that fits really well, and will make a very playable and cool 5e character.
So, we have a few rules that we should set out before we get started on this tonight. I want to thank you for joining us. First of all, it's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is that we are going to build Lara as a 5th level D&D character, 5th edition, using pretty much stuff straight from the player's handbook.
Yeah, we use the standard array as found page 15 in the player's handbook. This makes it so that all the characters we make are relatively balanced. You could conceivably say Lara Croft has a 20 dexterity, but we're just going to be using building a character as they put it forward in the books.
Secondly, we have these key attributes listed here on this side of the screen.
Yeah.
These are just like loose characteristics that we're going to try and hit throughout tonight's character creation.
And finally, one of the only really custom things that we do that might be a little bit out of your standard character creation is we give them some magic items to fill out their abilities and their key attributes. So you want to give Lara Croft's key attributes a look?
Yes. First up, Explorer. She is the Tomb Raider. She's known for going into tombs, jungles, islands.
What she does.
Mountains, all sorts of stuff. She's also a historian, sort of like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, she knows a lot about the areas, and she's a linguist very capable of learning about the culture of the area she's in.
Definitely. She's got she dual wields ranged weapons. Usually it's a pistol, a couple pistols.
Yep.
But given that this is D&D, we'll find something else to give her. But yeah, you can see him right there.
Yeah,
strapped to her hips.
Her dual 9mm are her iconic weapon. Like, that's what you picture her with.
Fourthly, survival. If you've ever played any of the new Lara Croft Tomb Raider games,
they focus in on this.
Yeah, she gets beat up a lot. For one thing, I guess that's not really survival as a skill, but there's like some crafting.
Yeah, and she makes it alone in very hostile environments, so
for sure.
Survival makes sense. And then climbing and acrobatics. She's one of the first, as a Tomb Raider, she's dodging traps, she's jumping cliffs, she's scaling
catching walls.
Yeah, scaling all sorts of ropes and ladders and stuff like that, so naturally, she's pretty agile and capable of acrobatic feats.
Definitely. I think we might have a couple surprises in store for you guys on this one, just in terms of the choices we make.
Yeah.
But this is all about us justifying our decisions, basically.
Right. You could build her some other way. This is the way we're going to do it. So let's jump on in.
We're using Roll20's Charactermancer to make this pretty straightforward and easy.
Yep.
Keep us on the path to building a 5th level character. But we start with level 1 and choosing all the background information. And stuff. So up first.
What race is Lara?
Race. I mean, there's definitely a solid argument for human.
Yes, I also feel like she's rather half-elf.
Half-elf?
Just in her, her general disposition and stuff, kind of reminds me.
Yeah, I mean, she's got that British accent.
Yeah.
She is sort of lithe. I think half-elf. Yeah, that makes pretty good sense. We haven't done a half-elf.
No, yeah, I kind of want to give some variation. I think half-elf makes good sense there. Charisma +2.
Is that all they get?
Let me check.
Half-elves?
Depends on
if you guys think she's a different race, let us know in the comments. I think there's a strong argument for a couple, but half-elf seems interesting.
Yeah. Half-elves are in a weird place.
They are, yeah. It's not alphabetical?
No. Tieflings. Half-elf. Here we go. So, half-elves. Your charisma score increases by 2, and 2 other ability scores of your choice increase by 1.
Wow. I would say Dex.
Yes, dexterity is an obvious choice.
And then I think there's an argument for, Constitution's always good.
Yep.
Intelligence also very good.
Wisdom also, you need to be perceiving a lot of stuff in a tomb.
Yeah.
I think it's between intelligence and wisdom, honestly.
Right, yeah, based on her body, I guess. Her character. Yeah, I mean, she's very smart.
She is wicked intelligent.
Like super, super smart. So
I think that's a fair choice.
Okay.
Cool. Age.
How old is Lara? I mean, depends on the...
Yeah, we've seen
version.
young Lara now. We've seen a more mature Lara.
Let's say, like, 25.
I was going to say, I picture her as, like, late 20s, early 30s.
All right,
so.
we'll say 26.
Sure.
Then she's maybe got, like, a PhD and stuff.
Right, yeah. Alignment.
So we have our goods, lawful, neutral, chaotic. Our neutrals, lawful, neutral, chaotic. And evils.
I think there's a good argument for neutral good. She raids tombs. You know, she takes the artifacts.
Yeah, and a lot
of
of times, see, I was thinking chaotic good.
Right.
But sometimes it's like for preservation purposes, and
Yeah.
not just for like the money.
Right, exactly. I think there's an argument for both. Like, she does a lot for her family name, which is more of a neutral good kind of aspect, but she also certainly doesn't like seeing the natives oppressed or anything like that, which is chaotic good. I would not say she's lawful good.
No, definitely not.
So we're going to have to kind of pick between those two.
You know, she has allies and stuff that she keeps.
Yeah. I mean, do you see her more as a hero or as an individual? Like,
I think for the most part she's like an individual.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with chaotic then.
Okay.
Chaotic good. I think it makes good sense.
Size, medium, speed 30, common, and elvish.
That makes sense.
Let's give her something else because she is that smart.
Common, elvish, and one extra language of your choice.
Undercommon. Goblin. Dwarvish. Deep speech.
Abyssal? No. Undercommon's probably fine.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Cool.
We tend to sort of gloss over the languages.
Yeah,
just give
choose
them
languages as appropriate for your setting,
Right.
is what we say for pretty much all these characters.
All right, skills not from anything from race.
No, you gain proficiency in 2 skills of your choice as a half-elf.
Whoa, she's gonna have so many proficiencies.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my god.
All
right, well,
I think this is an opportunity for us to do some that aren't like given by the background or class.
Other class, yeah.
So what weird stuff would she have?
Let's see. Okay. Acrobatics, yes.
Yeah.
History for
Absolutely.
sure. Insight maybe. Investigation, yes.
Yeah.
Nature maybe. Perception.
Yeah.
Religion probably.
Probably.
I mean, she's gonna have a lot of skills, so.
I'd say there's a good argument between like religion and nature, just as like, you know, things she studied. She definitely is familiar with nature.
How about history and religion?
Sure.
Those seem very half-elven.
Yeah, no, that makes good sense either way.
CG Deathstroke. Just give it a rest.
Thanks for being here.
Leave that for in person at the store.
All right.
So nature and history. Wow, I think that's the first time our race has given us a couple skills.
Yeah, they also get dark vision up to 60 feet and Fey ancestry, which gives you advantage against being charmed, and magic cannot put you to sleep, which came into play in my most recent session.
Oh, really?
Yep, dude got hit with a sleep spell. I rolled more than high enough. The players looked at him and said, "Aren't you an elf?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I am." I was like, "Oh, then nothing happens."
Yeah, not gonna do anything. All right, so I think there's definitely a couple classes that make a lot of sense.
Sure. Fighter,
pretty much, yeah.
potentially.
Fighter, ranger, rogue, I think.
Yeah, and we're gonna go with rogue.
Yeah, we looked at ranger for a while.
Extensively.
But there was nothing that really felt, no subclass that felt like what we're
like a Tomb
trying to do
Raider.
with her, yeah.
So as a
I mean,
rogue,
it makes sense. She's raiding tombs. Like that's very roguish.
yeah, it is.
So she learns thieves' cant. That's just signs and symbols, and it's sort of a way of speaking that lets you get around the underworld and talk in like cryptic messages to other thieves and things.
Right. You can choose 4 with your skills at first level from acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth.
Maybe not performance. I
Uh,
was just picking some.
Perception,
Yes. I didn't do a perception.
acrobatics, investigation, and stealth. Absolutely. I think perception is the other of those.
Okay, fine. All right.
Cool.
So acrobatics, investigation, perception, and stealth.
Now you can see in weapon proficiencies there, you become proficient with simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords. Hand crossbows, we're going to put a few underlines underneath because that's what we're thinking as the substitute for our 9mm. handguns. You also gain proficiency with thieves' tools, light armor. That makes sense for Lara.
Yep.
So at first level, you gain expertise. We pick some skills we have, and we make them really crazy effective. What is Lara an expert at?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. What do you think?
Of the abilities she has there, she's probably an expert at acrobatics. We see in the early game she spends a long time at the mansion kind of ramping up her acrobatic abilities. And then history, I'd say. She is a historian. It's one of her key attributes, and I'm pretty excited.
I don't know, okay.
To see what it ends up being for expertise. So I'm thinking history and acrobatics.
Cool.
Nice.
Take that for a minute.
Got it.
Carry on.
Boom. Ability score method. We have to hit custom, but we're using the standard array. The standard array being 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8, where 10 is the average.
Nice. So yeah, we're gonna get +1 in Dex, +1 in Intelligence, +2 in Charisma.
Yeah.
A little funky for a rogue. I mean, the Charisma. I think she'll end up probably with a 10 in Charisma. Not that Lara Croft's not charismatic.
No.
But it's just not that key, I think.
We'll see how it ends up, where the stats fall. So, let's see. Obviously, high up there needs to be Dexterity.
Yeah, for sure. And she's going to get +1.
+1?
I think it's got to be her
Naturally,
15,
the
pretty
15,
much.
I think, is going there.
That's a classic rogue for you.
I think so.
Highest stat in the Dexterity.
That leaves us with our 14 and below.
I think we should do 14 Con, 13 Intelligence. She's a tough cookie, man.
She is.
I feel that's like even
Like a underplayed attribute of hers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you see her take a lot of cuts and scrapes and stuff.
Right, and that gives her a +2 in both Con and Intelligence.
It looks good to me. Which leaves us with a 12, 10, 8. I think a 12 in Wisdom sounds good to me.
Yep.
A bonus to being perceptive, always useful in tombs and dungeons.
And then,
honestly, the strength, I feel, is the dump stat.
I think just an 8 strength?
Yeah, I don't see her, she's not physically imposing.
Not particularly.
She's just way more skilled at combat than everyone she faces, and that leaves her with an actual bonus to the charisma. So
I just like the idea of like no minuses. 10,
I know.
10 and 10, you know? All right.
Yeah,
I
no.
think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. So 10.
With a 10, she'll have a 12, meaning that she is vastly good at many things.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Just not particularly physically strong. But with an 8 strength, 16 dex, 14 constitution, 14 intelligence, 12 wisdom, 12 charisma, that's one of the most evenly statted characters we've made yet.
For sure. I mean, the strength a little dumped, but the rest of it's pretty strong. So yeah, we put our 15 into dex, 14 in constitution, 13 in intelligence, 12 in wisdom, 10 in charisma, just right down the line, except for strength.
Except for strength,
basically,
yep.
Which loops back around.
Cool.
Nice.
A background.
Well, we know it's going to be custom because they only give us Acolyte.
Yep.
We've seen this time and again. What are you thinking? I mean, she comes from a really good...
she's almost nobility, right?
I think that's a possibility for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lara, not bad stat line.
No.
Right, just for Columbus, for sure.
She's pretty cool. I'm getting used to finding the backgrounds. Acolyte, no. Charlatan, no. Criminal, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a little credence to that in that, like, she goes against the law sometimes when she gets abandoned on an island or something, but she doesn't really have a choice. Like,
yeah.
Entertainer, no. Folk hero, kind of a little.
Potentially, yeah.
Guild artisan, not so much. Hermit, she's off alone often, but she's not a hermit. Noble, there's something to say for. Outlander, She's not like...
Yeah.
She has a home.
Right.
Sage, not so much. Sailor, she has sailed. Urchin, no.
Yeah. I think it's funny, either hermit, because she's so tied up in her work all the time,
Yeah.
sort of lives in this big, huge mansion by herself, or
noble.
Yeah.
Because it comes from a very rich family.
What does Hermit have going on?
Hermit has, you gain skill proficiencies in medicine and religion, tool proficiency with an herbalism kit, an extra language, and the feature is discovery. You know some grand secret about the world around you that you figured out while being a hermit.
I think that's kind of fitting, right?
Sure, yeah, she stumbles across crazy stuff, like, holy crap, there's dinosaurs here, and stuff like that.
Hermit, and she knows about all these secrets stuff. So you said medicine and
Religion.
religion, which she hadn't taken.
She didn't take religion?
No.
Sweet deal, we nailed it this
Yeah.
time.
No need to go back. Herbalist kit.
Also, an herbalism kit makes sense. She has to, scavenge to survive and stuff.
Language.
A language of our choice.
Nothing really.
Yeah, you
No,
can.
we'll say Dwarvish, because then she's reading Dwarvish
Sure, yeah,
script
yeah.
inside tombs and stuff.
Makes good sense.
Yeah.
The custom background feature is discovery. The exact nature of your revelation depends on the nature of your seclusion.
She secludes herself in like a study.
Yeah. There's a lot of tombs in this world.
And I gotta raid them.
Yep.
I'll just say I know some secret about the world at large.
Sure.
And we'll just at the GM and party's discretion sort
Yep.
of thing.
Okay, personality traits. This is one of my favorite parts. I get to list these all off. I've been isolated for so long that I rarely speak, preferring gestures and the occasional grunt. No, she's a pretty good talker.
Yeah.
I'm utterly serene, even in the face of disaster. She's been a little freaked out before.
Definitely.
The leader of my community has something wise to say on every topic. I'm eager to share that wisdom. I feel tremendous empathy for those who suffer.
A little bit.
Yeah, she has saved people, for sure. I'm oblivious to etiquette? No. I connect everything that happens to me in a grand cosmic plan. It's a little too broad, but
Yeah, that's on the right track.
yeah, she does have a heritage that connects her to her work and stuff. I often get lost in my own thoughts and contemplation, becoming oblivious to my surroundings. I'm working on a grand philosophical theory and love sharing my ideas. I think the empathy is the closest they provide in the book, in that she's more than willing to help those who are oppressed while out there raiding tombs and stuff.
Alright, we'll say that. What's the gist of it?
I feel tremendous empathy for all who suffer. When she comes across the natives and they're oppressed by people who are trying to take their secrets and resources and stuff, guess who she ends up helping?
Yeah, absolutely. Just we should really play a few sessions playing these characters. I'm into that. I like a lot of these concepts you've created so far.
Darth Vader's awesome.
Darth Vader was great.
Chewbacca definitely playable. The Joker. And Laura's shaping up to be pretty cool too.
Yeah, so, we're talking about that, doing a stream with these pop culture icons as D&D characters.
Cool. So now
Ideal.
Yeah, ideals. Greater good. My gifts are meant to be shared with all, not used for my own benefit. Logic. Emotions should not cloud our sense of what is right and true, or our logical thinking.
Sometimes. Yeah, a little Vulcan, though.
Free thinking. Inquiry and curiosity are the pillars of progress.
Yeah, it's gotta be that.
Inquiry and curiosity are the pillars of progress. Absolutely. That's she's out there to find answers. Nice, I'm digging it.
Okay, Bond.
Bond. Nothing is more important than other members of my hermitage, order, or association. She does a lot for her family, but I don't know if that quite defines her.
Yeah.
I entered my seclusion to hide from ones who might still be hunting me.
I think
That happens
agreement.
pretty often, she often, it's her father's work she's after, she goes out, the bad guys find out she's going out to find his work, and then chase her down.
Right.
That's generally the plot of Tomb Raider. Is there anything else in there? I entered my seclusion because I love someone I could not have? Nah. No, yeah, that's probably the best one we got there.
Enters my seclusion.
To hide from the ones who might still be hunting me. Makes good sense to me.
Okay.
Finally, Flaw. Now that I've returned to the world, I enjoy its delights a little too much. No. I harbor dark, bloodthirsty thoughts about my isolation. No. I'm dogmatic in my thoughts and philosophy. She's, she wants to do the whole, what is it, archaeological thing, like, and she holds pretty true to it in my thoughts and philosophy.
Yeah, I mean, she's, like, great at what she does, and that's really the only thing that's her calling.
Yep. This hermit background assumes a contemplative sort of seclusion that allows room for study and prayer. Lara spends so much time in libraries and stuff,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I think it makes good sense, yeah.
Alright, so she gets some equipment. We're going to run through this quickly. Probably a short sword.
Sure.
Explorers or Dungeoneers?
Dungeoneers.
Or burglars. They all make sense. Okay, we'll give her Dungeoneers. And
Cool.
we're going to skip the second one because we have other plans for her.
Yeah.
Alright.
The arcane is a mystery. That's fine.
Feats, none at first level. And in review, our first level, Lara, Croft, the Tomb Raider, has an 8 strength, a 16 dex, a 14 con, a 14 intelligence, 12 wisdom, 12 charisma. Pretty even statted except for that strength. Definitely sort of a woman of all trades. Hit points of 10 at first level for a rogue.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
She's a half-elf, obviously a rogue. Her background is hermit, and that's essentially the gist of it at the beginning here.
So let's see if we can sort of check off any of these things. Explorer.
Kind of getting there, but haven't quite focused on it yet.
No, that'll come around level 3 or so. Historian.
She has expertise in history.
She does, yeah. She's got a +6.
That's
awesome.
pretty good, yeah.
Dual wield range.
Not yet.
Not yet there. Survival.
She has proficiency.
No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't. So we're gonna have to figure out a way there.
We might have to change something.
Maybe so. Maybe drop the. Can't drop the medicine. That's from her background.
I forget what came from her background and what didn't.
Medicine and religion came from background.
And what was from? Was half elf 2 of her choice?
Yeah, 2 of her choice.
So I think that was religion. No, that was nature and history.
We could probably replace nature with survival.
I think so.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Okay, so getting there. I mean, +3 is not awesome, but it's better than nothing.
Yep.
Yes.
So many proficiencies. Yeah, don't worry.
She's gonna get more.
It
right?
keeps going. Yeah.
Climbing acrobatics. She's proficient with a +7 in acrobatics.
Yeah, she's an expert at acrobatics, so that one's checked off as well. So we're like halfway there at first level. Pretty good.
So we're gonna just do the max hit points at this point. It's gonna be 50.
Yep.
That's how we've been doing it for these pop culture icon characters.
That's about the standard for most of our characters. If they have above 50, they're pretty tough.
And rogue. We're just gonna say level 5.
Yep. Cool. Alright, so second level rogues are nice and simple. They get cunning action. Cunning action allows you to dash, disengage,
hide.
Or hide as a bonus action. Nice and simple. In combat anyway, you know. Cool. So that is level 2.
Level 2 done.
Yep. Third level, roguish archetype. Now we bust into some interesting stuff. There's that book. We're going to be breaking into Xanathars to look at some roguish subclasses. Oh, and the roguish subclass that we are looking at is Scout. Little strange. You might have been thinking, why didn't you just go with a ranger? But we had a lot of talk on this.
We did, yeah. But she's a Tomb Raider. That's a rogue.
Yeah, they're rogues.
The name is a rogue. Although, you know, she's an explorer. She raids tombs and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I just felt like Scout Rogue works pretty good.
Few different ways you could build her. We're going with this one. So Scouts.
So what kind of ability?
At third level, you're difficult to pin down during a fight. You can move half your speed as a reaction when an enemy ends its turn within 5 feet of you. It does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
This is called Scout?
Yep.
Scout.
Oh.
3. So, when an enemy ends its turn?
Yep. When an enemy ends its turn adjacent, reaction for half movement speed. No attacks of opportunity. It's a little bit of a mouthful, but it is a powerful combat ability because it's essentially like a super disengage, allowing you to move away from the enemy and get your shots in without having them swing at you. Without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, and it's on their action.
Yeah. They also get Survivalist. When you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you gain proficiency in nature and survival. Don't worry if you don't already have it. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability checks you make with either of those proficiencies. Wait, your proficiency bonus is doubled. So you immediately get expertise in nature and survival.
Right. Okay, so proficient.
With an extra +2. If there was a way for us to easily put that in there, tell them we have expertise in that. I don't think so yet.
Yeah, I don't think there is, which is goofy.
So it's actually a...
Alright.
Yeah, so... Is it an extra +3 at 5th level?
I believe it will be, yeah.
So really, she has a +8 to nature and a +7 to survival, which definitely... that checks those off. Like, we got that down.
Yeah. So,
which means we could choose different skills.
Yeah,
you could have 2 more skills.
That's true.
Which is whack.
Alright, I mean...
she could have...
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand and...
Deception. Insight.
Insight? She needs to know who the baddies are. Arcana, because...
Magic stuff. Tombs.
I think that makes good sense.
Okay.
She should have every type of knowledge.
Double proficiency in survival and nature.
That's pretty crazy. She is so skilled.
Let's see.
And that's the extent of what we're going to get. Hey, Vault, thanks for joining us.
How you doing, dude? Good to see you as always.
Wow, she has so many skills.
Yeah, just like a super... Oh my god. She's got 11.
She's more proficient than not.
Yeah, it's more than half skills she has.
That's the extent of what we're going to be getting out of Xanathar's as far as the scout stuff is concerned. So let's head on over back to the regular player's handbook for 4th level. We're going to be taking
a feat.
A feat, yeah. And a particularly cool feat at that, which we might be abusing, but...
I mean, with the half movement...
It'll be nasty.
Yeah.
You'll be...
Plus she can hide
for free.
As her bonus action.
Yeah, that's a reaction action to move away and then hide as a bonus action.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty
That will, however, kind of work against this because you can't take more than 2 bonus actions in a turn.
Right.
Crossbow expert, so she'll have to set up. There's limitations. You ignore the loading quality of crossbows with which you are proficient. She is proficient with hand crossbows.
Ignore the loading
it's
property of hand crossbows.
Sure. Being within 5 feet of a hostile creature doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged attack rolls, much like the sharpshooter feat. Super useful if you're a character that likes to focus on range. Well, now you can make ranged attacks even if you're right in the middle of the battle.
Being within 5 feet does not impose disadvantage on attack rolls.
On ranged attack rolls.
Yeah, on ranged.
Cool. And finally, the last thing you get, when you use the attack action and attack with a one-handed weapon, you can use your bonus action to attack with a loaded hand crossbow you are holding. This is the dual-wielding nature.
So when you use the attack action, you may...
attack with a loaded hand crossbow as a bonus action. Nice. So that is our feat. That leaves her with the stats, the attribute abilities that we gave her at 1st level. I'm totally fine with that. Like, she's got great stats. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that is the feat. Level 5. Right on back to Rogue. Uncanny Dodge. A great ability for any Tomb Raider. Starting at 5th level, when an attacker you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you. No, that didn't really hit me that hard.
And that's like, you can do that constantly?
Constantly. There is no rest required to reuse that ability.
When hit with an attack,
You can see. So that's the stipulation. Can't be flanking you, all that kind of stuff. Use your reaction to have damage. She has a lot of options for reactions and bonus actions.
Yeah.
So like every turn she could be, flying around the map or taking less damage and sticking in there and doing
Hiding,
more
getting
attacks,
sneak
or
attacks.
hiding, and there's a lot she can do. She's ending up pretty awesome. So that is 5th level.
nice. Okay, I think we just kind of have to give her weapons. Right?
Yes, which is dual-wielded hand crossbows. They may as well be +1 magic weapons because they're so iconic. There's no reason she shouldn't have those.
Hand crossbow +1 is a dex attack.
Yep.
At +1, she's proficient in it. Damage?
I think the damage on a hand crossbow is
I
1d6.
think it is 1d6.
So not crazy hard hitting, but
Plus dex.
she has sneak attack. So
Yeah, and can you sneak attack twice in a round? Or?
no.
Okay.
Oh, hey Nightbot.
So that's the on-hand one.
Right, the offhand
Main hand
crossbow.
Crossbow +1 offhand is dex.
Will she get her
She don't get
proficiency
proficiency,
bonus?
no.
Right. But she is naturally still good with it, with a +1 and 1d6.
And dex.
So she has a +7 with her first attack, +4 with her bonus attack, because dual wielding crossbows is not as easy as it may seem. That's pretty awesome. I'm liking Lara quite a bit.
Yeah, light armor is pretty much true to the thing.
Yeah.
She'll have good sneaking abilities, but not a great armor class.
No, pretty good, but not amazing for sure.
She's really a skill, very skilled, and a lot of options for her actions.
Yep. So we'll do the overview.
I think so, and then we'll see if we checked off these key attributes we're always trying to hit.
All right. So we got Lara Croft, the rogue, the Tomb Raider. She's a level 5 rogue. We decided to make her a half-elf just for a little bit of flavor and her British heritage. She's chaotic good. We had a bit of a discussion on that, but that's where we ended up. And we chose the Hermit background. With her attributes, she has a strength score of 8 -1, dexterity of 16 +3, con of 14 +2, intelligence of 14 +2, wisdom of 12 +1, and charisma with 12 +1. Super even statted.
Level 5, she has a proficiency bonus of 3. She's proficient in the dexterity and intelligence saving throws. And skills-wise...
She is an expert in acrobatics with a +9. That's nasty. +5 to Arcana, +8 to History as an expert, +5 to Investigation, +4 to Medicine, and actual +8 to Nature, a +4 to Perception, +5 to Religion, +6 to Sleight of Hand, +6 to Stealth, and a +7 to Survival. Survival and Nature are both a little skewed. She actually has expertise in those.
Yeah.
She is the most skilled character I think I've ever seen made in D&D.
Yeah, definitely. Because she got, 4 from that, 2...
From being a half-elf.
2 from a hermit, right?
2 from being a hermit.
And 2 from being a scout.
Yeah.
So wait.
She became immediate...
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Shouldn't she have 12?
She should have 12! Insight!
Okay. Okay, plus 40 insight.
Jeez, holy crap.
Wow.
Okay, so she has 5 hit dice at 5th level, obviously, with 50 hit
There's only
points.
6 skills she doesn't have proficiency in.
That's
And
wild.
she has expertise.
In 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So armor class 14 lets her be real sneaky.
Yeah, with an initiative bonus of +3, she's at the ready, and a speed of 30, the standard, 50 hit points. As far as her personality traits and stuff are concerned, I feel tremendous empathy for all who suffer. When she goes to those foreign lands, she tends to help out the oppressed natives. It's just part of her character. Inquiry and curiosity are the pillars of progress. What is she doing in those tombs except for trying to find ancient artifacts and stuff? I entered my seclusion to hide from the ones who might still be hunting me. Lara Croft never goes on an expedition without some baddies on the tail, and I am dogmatic in my thoughts and philosophy. She's very much so an archaeologist, and she wants to treat her job like archaeology.
Yeah, she's sort of like Batman in that, like, her drive is her job. You
Yep.
know, that's her sole reason for doing stuff. So she gets some class abilities: sneak attack, thieves can't, dark vision, fey ancestry come from
being a half elf.
Further roguish abilities: cunning action, dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. And then we chose the Scout from Xanathar's Guide to Everything as her roguish archetype. Scout.
The slippery movement, hard to pin down. When an enemy ends their turn adjacent to you, you can use a reaction to run half your speed away, and you do not provoke attacks of opportunity.
So sort of like a mini disengage.
Yep.
But as a reaction.
Yeah, and with more distance, 15 feet instead of 10. Yeah, it's nuts.
Survivalist, that's where she got some more proficiencies.
Yep.
Crossbow expert as a feat at 4th level.
Allows her to dual wield more proficiently, and a bunch of other advantages for fighting with ranged weapons in close combat. And Uncanny Dodge, the ability to, if you foresee an attack coming at you, you can have the damage just by saying, I have the damage.
And as sort of magic weapons to give her some flavor and to really fill out that dual wield ranged, she got a couple hand crossbows.
Yep, not quite as proficient with the second hand crossbow as the first one, but it definitely fulfills for the flavor of the character.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a number of magic items that she's had throughout the series.
Sure,
just nothing so quite iconic as that, so...
Yeah. All right.
So let's make sure we check these off, key attributes off. Explorer.
Definitely capable of exploring.
From Scout, yeah.
Survival, nature, she's got it all. Yeah.
Historian.
She is an expert at history. Not only that, but she has knowledge in Arcana and any other various knowledge check you might need to make.
Dual wield ranged.
We made sure to give her the crossbow expert feat so that she could more efficiently use dual wielded hand crossbows.
Survival.
Absolutely. Pretty insane at survival, actually, with a +7.
Climbing and acrobatics.
Yeah. An expert.
I mean, she's not great at athletics, which is often climbing.
Yeah.
There's an argument for acrobatics.
Usually you can tell your DM, how about I switch that to an acrobatics check instead?
Yeah.
They're a little interchangeable, with the exception of a few very specific circumstances, like pushing really heavy stuff is always athletics.
So that is Lara Croft the Tomb Raider as a 5th level, 5th edition D&D character. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. These books that we've used are available here at our comic and game store, the Freakopolis Geekery. Send us a message here or go to freakopolis.com to check those out. Hope you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments below if you want to see a specific character done, how you think we did on building this Lara Croft.
Yeah, we'd love to make them for you.
And we're here doing this pretty much every week, so hope to see you guys sometime soon.
Final reminder, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things. We appreciate it a lot. Catch you later, guys.
Good night, guys.